Watch me take this graphic from this to this. Hey, welcome to this episode of Making Your Own Design Academy. My name is Cynthia Kita and I am a brand strategist, designer, and educator here at the Design Pharmacy. And today we're gonna play around with this template. Now, it is a beautiful quote template and you can really turn this into a lot of different things for your business. Now, I'm gonna duplicate as I typically do. And I really like this font, so I don't want to change it, but I will say, one, if you have a brand, sorry, let me remove the guides over here, the rulers and guides. Okay, so if you have any patterns in your brand, this is a great time to use it. I always talk about how you should never settle for just having one logo. You should have logo variations. You should have patterns. If applicable, you should have icons. You should have additional graphic elements that really help your brand stand out from the rest of the world. And your logo alone is a starting point, but it's not the end of your branding journey. So I just want us to, one, change the background color. What are we feeling for today? I think we use a bit of like a tan. All right, so we're gonna go in and find a texture. Let's see what we can do with that grainy texture. So I like this. I'm gonna copy this background color just in case I lose it. So I'm going to replace the background, but then I'm also going to make it transparent. All right, so thankfully I didn't lose that color I had beforehand. So we've added some texture. Texture keeps your background from just being solid plain, a plain color, and it just helps your eye to like see something else than just nothing. So I always love to start with some textures. Textures are just really fun. So I'm gonna get rid of this smiley face here. I'm gonna change up the quote to say, you can brand however you want. And I'm going to reduce the size a little bit. All right, now let's make sure that's in the center, in the middle. And we can use these stickers and all that, but I'm gonna focus on the background a little bit. So this is where, you know, your icons and all of that stuff come in. So we could find some stickers. Let's do graphics. We can do some tape, flowers. I actually like this right here. Let's see what else they've got. They have more flowers on newspaper. Add some more paper. I think we're just going with the paper vibe today. Let me crop this a little bit. Right, oh, stamps are cool too. Love stamps. Let's see if we could put, actually I didn't even change this color. So let's make it white. Let me move the stamp over. Make it white, add a little bit of a shadow to the back. There we go, or we could just do like a dark brown, which would work even better. I'm liking that. Okay, so love that. Then we have the stamp. Now let's stick to the browns. And again, this, this has a lot to do with like your brand and what makes your brand stand out, because this isn't something that anybody can just have, right? So it would have to be in line with your visual assets. So we have more of the floral paper thing. And I can put these in the background, or I can just find like different stamps. Now the great thing about these, even though they're different colors, is that even when you add them, you can make them a bit transparent so that it's not the star of the show. So I can't really see that because the thing is blocking it. But again, it's just a game that you're allowing the eye to play to be able to see like different things that are going on in the background. So it's not mandatory to have all these things behind, but if you do want to like have some texture and some character in the designs that you're creating, this is just a great way to do that by just throwing things in the background and playing around with the transparency level and all of that. I don't know why it keeps disappearing on me. Giving like a letter vibe. And I'm gonna change this blue. Do I want to do pink or do I want to do like green? I think I like that. So I could change all, but it's going to change the original, and I don't want it to change the original, so I'm just going to change them individually. So I'm going to change that to just take your time. There we go. So we started off like this. We decided we don't want it to be the plain background, so we turned it into more of a letter scrapbook type of vibe. And that's one change that we made. Now we could duplicate this and find a young lady. Let me see if I have something I could kind of work with. All right, so we're gonna take the background off of this. I'm gonna put her down in the corner so I could kind of grab some of this stuff. All right, we're gonna make this a little bit smaller. I'm gonna bring her back, crop her a little bit. And then this can easily become a quote graphic, because we love those quotes, right? And we could either leave her like this, or let me duplicate. We can add a shadow, drop shadow. We're not gonna blur it so that we keep the same kind of vibe here. This was like a brown color. The angles, cool. The distance, I'm gonna change a little bit. So we could do it like that. Or you could also duplicate again. You could also add like the outline instead. Or you could either do a brown outline, or you could do a white one, or in between. But you still have different options. And again, I just want you guys to know that you can really take these things and make them what you want. You don't just have to settle for however it looks when you pull it onto your page. So we could actually, since we have more space here, we could bring this up more. We could even add like a signature to her name or something, a signature of her name, sorry. I'm just gonna put like a love Susie. And we're gonna change that to some type of a handwriting so that it flows with the letter vibe. Kind of partial to Brittany, but I'm trying to see what else we can kind of use. Astoria. We'll just use that for now, because finding a font is gonna take forever and ever. It could take forever, but we could do something like that down here. Let me see what the darker would look like. Yeah, so you could do that. Bring this up just a little bit more so we have more space for the signature. But yeah, so we started off like this, and then we decided to change it up a little bit more by adding our young lady. Then we gave her a shadow, and then we gave her an outline with a signature at the bottom, and that's what we did. So I do want to also mention that if you wanted these rectangles to be circular, you could just round the corners too. So you could do that if you don't want it to be the square, which would further change it up a bit so that it is different from how it was originally. So originally you see the sharp corners, and then now it's curved. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.